When you think of geology, what do you think of? Does it look something like this? You wouldn't be wrong in thinking so, but there is so much more. Geology is learning how the majestic mountain ranges form and how beloved hiking trails came to be. I had the opportunity to travel through the West and study such features on a field study in the summer of 2014. I made my way through the sand dunes of Idaho, lava tubes, mountain ranges, and river plains. I studied the gorges and the arches of Utah, and I learned with the earth itself as my classroom. Well, I originally only signed up for the field study in order to partake in 3 weeks of amazing hikes. I quickly realized through the very challenging mapping problems and other tasks I was assigned, I had found something I was actually quite good at. I also realized that I had found something that I could envision myself doing for the rest of my life. I am definitely at my happiest when I'm outdoors, and geology affords me an incredible opportunity to make a living out of being outdoors and studying it. It is also amazing to be able to go on a hike or on a walk and to fully understand exactly how everything you're seeing came to be. It provides a much deeper appreciation for all the natural beauty of the earth, and while that may be nerdy to some people, I couldn't have found a more interesting and wonderful field. One of the most obvious fields of work in the geology world may be oil and gas, and I do hope to possibly be a petroleum geologist someday. However, the big oil business is a vicious one that requires expert communication and adaptability. This is where the skills I have learned here will be necessary. I must be able to communicate my ideas as effectively as possible in order to secure my place in a very competitive industry. If I am unable to create an argument for myself and put together my thoughts and ideas well, I will never be able to find work in the field. It is also extremely important that I can learn to use new computer systems and technology. There are many different systems that geologists use to map, and I must be able to use any kind of mapping system and be able to teach myself how to use these systems. While of course I'll be provided any basic instructions on how to use such systems, it's very important to be able to be a self-sufficient worker and be able to troubleshoot and figure out these things on my own. According to geologist Matthew Staub, who works for Burkle Construction, communicating ideas effectively is essential as a geologist because generally a geologist is only one member of a very diverse team of workers, and it is their responsibility to make sure the geology portion of whatever work is being done is understood by the rest of the team. Problem solving is the most important skill in any workplace, and it's a skill that can be taught in any discipline. So even though, while at first glance it may seem that a geologist has little to learn from any kind of English course, that is not the case. It is not possible to be successful without critical thinking skills and problem-solving skills, which are taught very effectively in an English course, in learning how to communicate through papers or multimedia, and in using new technologies never seen before, and becoming a self-sufficient worker.